With New Year's Eve approaching, even in this weird year that finds most of the world in quarantine, people all over the world are making plans and waiting for 2020 to finish, hoping for a kinder, gentler 2021. Are you ready to see the top 10 things you probably don't know about New Year's? Well, let's go. Number 1, the kiss. We might think that kissing someone the minute New Year's arrives is something relatively new, but this tradition actually goes way back. Way back. The ancient Romans are credited with the kissing tradition because of their Saturnalia festival, which was a celebration honoring Saturn, the god of time, where anyone could do anything without worrying about the social norms. Many of the celebrations influenced the Christmas and New Year's festivities that took focus when Christianity took over the Roman Empire. So the next time you kiss someone on midnight, thank the Romans. Number 2, the first ones. It's not unusual to wonder which nation celebrates New Year's first, but have you ever really checked to see which one it is? Well, don't worry, we checked for you. The island nation Kiribati rings in the New Year first, which is also known as Christmas Island and is located in the Central Pacific. They celebrate throughout the nation at each village's manaba, or meeting house, where all social and political activity takes place. After this, the small Pacific Island nations of Tonga and Samoa celebrate. Next in line is Australia, Japan, and then South Korea. The last one to celebrate is Baker's Island, which is located in the Central Pacific Ocean. Number 3 is scary traditions. New Year's might be a happy time for most kids around the world since they can stay up late and celebrate with their parents, wear their new clothes, enjoy their presents, but that's not the case everywhere. In Akita, Japan, for example, they have a tradition called Namahage, where grown men dress up like demons to scare children in order to have good behavior through the next year. They go from house to house yelling things like, "Are there any crybabies at home?" and "Are naughty kids around?" Well, if you see the photos of the masks they wear, you can understand that no naughty kid would actually dare misbehave after seeing them. Well, at least for New Year's night. Number 4 is the Times Square Ball alterations. The Times Square Ball is a time ball located in Times Square in New York City, and it's famous because of the prominent part it plays in the New Year's Eve celebration. Starting just 1 minute before midnight, the ball starts its descent, and it rests at midnight to signal the start of the new year. The event was first organized by the New York Times newspaper owner and was first held December 31st, 1907. The original ball was made of 700 pounds of iron and wood and was designed by Artcraft Strauss. It was later reduced to 400 pounds of wrought iron and then switched to an aluminum frame in 1955. The now 11,875-pound ball looks like we know it, since Waterford partnered with Philips Lighting to create a shimmery LED display for the millennium. Number 5, good and bad luck traditions. There are many traditions from all around the world that are connected with New Year's Eve, a night that most people get to feel like they're starting fresh, with all the mistakes of the past year behind them and all the happiness of the new year ahead of them. So it's not unusual to try and increase your luck with some rituals. Well, in Italy, for example, wearing red underwear is considered to be lucky because A, it is the color of fertility, and B, because it will supposedly bring you good fortune. Well, in Spain, they have a tradition of scarfing down 12 grapes in the first 12 seconds of the new year, each one representing a month of the year. But black-eyed peas and pork are also considered lucky because they symbolize wealth. The pork because of the fattiness and the black-eyed peas because they swell when they're cooked. But be careful and stay away from lobster and chicken because they're both considered bad luck. The superstition with lobster is because it can move backwards, so you can't go forward to the new year. And the same with chicken, but for the reason that they have is its ability to scratch itself backwards. Far-fetched? Definitely. I might eat them anyway. Yep. Number 6, why does New Year's happen on January the 1st? Well, you can actually thank a pope for this. The Gregorian calendar was introduced in October of 1582 by Pope Gregory VIII as a revised version of the Julian calendar. It took almost 350 years for the world to get on board. Turkey didn't make the switch until 1927, but that's not the only reason of why we celebrate on that specific day. Our modern New Year's celebration stems from the ancient two-faced Roman god Janus, for whom the month of January is named. One face of Janus looked back to the past, and the other looked to the future. Pick and choose which one you like best. Number 7, the 1000-Year Song. Composer Jim Finer wrote a piece called Long Player, which can be heard at London's Trinity Buoy Wharf or at the comfort of your house because it's live streamed. The song launched January the 1st, 2000, and it will take 1,000 years to finish. It's being performed by Singing Bowls and is set to start all over again immediately when it finishes in $29.99. Why is that something most people don't know about? Well, let's make it famous so our relatives in the very far, far, far future can know about it. Number 8, the most common New Year's resolutions. Although as individuals we have our own goals for our life and we make our New Year's resolution according to them, or not, I don't judge, there's actually 5 New Year's resolutions that have been marked as the most popular ever. Can you guess them? Pause the video and think about it. Now come back and let's see if you got them right. Let's see. Number 1, quit smoking. Number 2, get a new job. Number 3, lose weight. Number 4, increase your personal savings. And number 5, return to school. Did you get them all right? Number 9 is Old Lang Syne. This popular song is traditionally sung the moment the clock strikes 12 and the new year comes in to take the place of the old one. Surprisingly, even though most people try to sing along, very few people know the actual lyrics to the song or where it comes from or how long it's been around. But a quick search on Google will give you both traditional and modern lyrics, and we'll tell you it's the song written by Robert Burns, a poet, in 1788, and the overall message is people should remember their loved ones, dead or alive, and keep them in their thoughts and hearts. Number 10, thieves have a blast as well. Although we might think nobody works on New Year's Eve apart from doctors, pilots, some other professionals that have shift work, there's another profession that can gain a lot if they decide to work on New Year's Eve, and it's thieves. And more specifically, car thieves have a field day. With everyone celebrating or drunk, nobody's paying any particular attention to their car. So according to statistics from the National Insurance Crime Bureau, vehicles are stolen on New Year's Day more than any other holiday. So this New Year's Eve, make sure if you go out, park in a populated area and, of course, take your keys with you. Well, there you have it. These were the top 10 things you probably don't know about New Year's. So please let us know down in the comments if we missed any weird traditions or funny facts from the list, and we might just have enough time to make a 2-part video if you'll get us your suggestions.